Good morning. Ah, there was something over there. Good morning, WPPL. This is Teletanker of the Black Pants Legion. Hi, Natal. It's not really a surprise. I'm on the schedule. I was supposed to do uh, Farming Sim 22. However, yours truly kind of missed the ball on that. I noticed some of my mods for it updated and they were very large ones. So you are going to get old school RuneScape. And probably in the middle of the night for most of you. Night Owl, mm, let me, just purely out of the interest, let me, it should have the name of, um, yeah, well, I did change it now, but it was striking the Elm Creek. It was supposed to be this time. Um, Otherwise, I would be running um, 1 hour from now. It's due to the daylight saving time change. Yeah, I know how it is, and I personally don't have any way to change it, and it's probably for the better. So I cannot screw it up because it definitely seems to be interesting, especially as we do have a lot of entries. Because community TV and all of this, whatever it happens to be. Like I do know with somewhat of a certainty that I'm going to be here for more or less 2 hours, and then Xintra is more or less going to hop in after me. Yes, old school RuneScape of all things. Sagan, I fully admit to playing this thing that no, to answer uh Sagan, yeah, I play this active screensaver that is going to be called Old School RuneScape for most of people. So let me put my actual stream on. Just give me a moment so you guys will see something. So here we go. Um, so those of you that don't know me, I'm currently on paid study leave when it comes to work. I will go and, you know, do the required amount of grind. Um, in work, but before that, I'm going to be studying. Um, by that I mean is that I basically have a lot of lectures that I need to listen into for my degree. Second, I'm using RuneLight. Just give me a moment to switch to Forestry World, and you will see some of this clipping go away. There we go. And let me adjust the sound so it's not going to be too atrocious for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to go without that sound. And but yeah, Sagan, like this is what it is. for better or for worse. Um, like my deal with the old school RuneScape is that I each course I go basically generally has 20 to 40 hours of lectures to listen to. Plus there is reading material that I can turn into AI speech. So what I mostly do is that I have to go through the lecture materials, which I can pace myself, but I usually do need something to keep my hands busy. So RuneScape is basically this active screensaver for me that I need to interact with time to time. And yeah, this account is somewhat of a new one. I started this when the school started because my old main is RuneScape 3 as of now, and as much as non-constructive feedback you can give the old school RuneScape, because this is a farming sim, or farming sims, whatever you play. Yeah, second, yeah, that is basically what we do, what I do, and that is what I like, especially as well. This game allows me to hoard those, resources and things that will help me when I'm playing actively. And yeah, number go up. What can I say? I don't have the bandwidth and concentration to keep listening to some of the guest lectures. And bear in mind that I do play this because okay, we are attending online to some of them active lectures, and we have guest speakers coming in and such. So even if those people are very proficient in the field in logistics, because I go to the car coding school to be engineer of logistics, they don't always pace themselves, so it's going to be a 3-hour quest lecture, and they will keep going. And no matter how interesting they are and how proficient they are in their field, it tells a story that these are the type of people that will attract people attend the lecture outside the course and outside the school. These are people that people would in other circumstances pay to listen to. And even then, it's going to be pretty much the fact that I cannot keep my concentration for such an extended period of time unless I do have something like this. And it's kind of my guilty pleasure when it comes to games, because yeah, I started in what people know as RuneScape Classic, just playing it on the public library computer and the good old times. So for me, a lot of this game, how old school RuneScape is a remembrance of those times, even though most of the people would originally know this game as RuneScape 2. Yeah, Sirac, yeah. Back in the ancient history. And I can uh, I have the fond memory of paying my membership with by mail. Even though I'm Finnish, but it worked, and I got the membership, and I got to experience the classic membership. Sagan, funny you should say that, is that like our public library, and bear in mind this is a very small village of 1,000 like 1,600 people. uh, we had DSL in the library, and this was like before before the year 2000, I think. Like because we were along the um, national line, we got ours like really fast. Plus there's some huge industry in that small village, so it kind of does help. But no, no playing with dial-up, so straight up wide bandwidth DSL and all the goodness. But yeah, so it's kind of something that has stuck, and obviously some people will make the remark like with old school RuneScape, blah blah blah, you have played the same game in 2007. No. This is a completely different game, for better or for worse. Yeah, Night Owl. Yeah, that is very true. But it's still something that I would not expect. A public library that is free, to have something like that. And we completely skipped the dial-up modem. I can remember playing Diablo 2 with my cousins with dial-up they had, but we had the fortune of going directly to DSL time. So, for better or for worse, that's how I started. And again, the fortune of public library is that it was very surprising that for such a small town they actually got 4 computers with current Windows that you could book freely. So one of them was free for most of the time, and for a kid of that age to get that amount of free online time, that was more or less unsupervised, unless you did something very very stupid. So yeah, it was a good time. It was a simple time. I'm not sure how much I have grown mentally since that time, but I could still at least claim that there's been at least some type of growth there. But yeah, this is not the same game, and in the current world of microtransactions, this thing does have bonds, but compared to any other free-to-play game, this has close to 0 microtransaction, and that is the breath of fresh air, and it's really nice the community has kept that. Obviously there are new things added this game by the way of voting, but you can blame Jagex for a lot of things, but at least so far knocking on wood, they haven't dared to touch this experience that kills the community. And I don't want to get into any of the drama because I don't follow it. I just farm, click trees, numbers go up. I like most of the new things they add, and those U-locks look very tempting. Don't mind me if I do. And like it's like I really do think that sometimes you do need a game that has simple mechanics, gameplay loops, and is grindy enough. And plus, Runelight is definitely a saver on how much convenience it brings for a game like this, because it really does make a difference. What about my bank pin? But yeah. Yeah. That's why I used yeah. I'm aware. That's why I keep changing it from time to time. And this is also why I should well, I did use keyboard to type it and not the display, though. Because the thing is that not like yeah, it's the I'm not using the on-screen keyboard. I'm using the I'm using the small side B keyboard to type it. I'm not sure does it display the things I think it does, but yeah. Well, I will just I will need to double check that. So anyway, thank you for noticing. And I do have all the two-factor authentication and those things on, and I have different account name and email to their account name and the one I'm streaming here and blah blah. So it's like it's things like this with old games. I know this, but I do need to double check it after stream. Like last time I used like there's a lot of sorry, I'm messing up with my words. The last time I checked when I used the keyboard, it should not display the numbers I input. But I might be wrong. So I'll use a deposit box next time, or just do the bank pin before the stream. Whether or not these people are plotting Sagan, this is an official forestry world. So for those of you that don't know, and well, some of you might not care, but basically they switched the system how you do forestry in this game. So now the trees have a timer, so a lot of more people can participate in cutting them. So what that means here is that it doesn't have X number of logs and you are competing with other people. But now you can cut, since the forestry update, you can cut the same tree with people, and the more people you have cutting trees, like we have a lot of people over here, it gives you a bonus up to +10. So you do actually benefit from cutting the trees. And then also you do get forestry events, more likely when there's more people. So like every once in a while an event will spawn, and you will get some wood cutting experience plus some experience in other skills and some additional event things. Sagan, not yet. That has not been done for mining. Mining has more or less remained untouched. And again, it does have some things coming. There is going to be a release of Bellarmore. That is the latest addition in 2 weeks, I think. And it does have some additional mining content. And yeah, it and now you like forestry wise, they added like 200 access alongside these events, and that will actually use your 1 energy and will give you more EXP. But you need to keep using consumables to keep that up by making forestry rations that you can make with leaves you get from cutting trees. And there's you can make bonfires that add bonuses, and the third part of this forestry addition is going to be that they will add teas that you can brew on the leaves to give you bonuses. That will also yield herb law experience. So farming sim that is getting more farmy. That is all I say. For better or for worse. And like well, I do enjoy this one. Like what they keep doing with the game so far. And I'm never going to max this character up. I'm very surprised if I do. But again, like it's something to keep me occupied for the school, and it really does help. Plus, like like I have actually, like, while doing forestry, I have had like you know, I have smelled cannonballs and done a thing like that. Like it's not every game, especially something like this, needs to be active. Like if I would just, sit around and play this game purely, just concentrating on this, and not have it as a side piece, I think I would lose my last remaining bits of my sanity. Like, it's that grindy of a game. Even though numbers going up is really nice. And also, second, like, just to throw a curveball here, they are going to add new thing to this game in some point in the future, and it's a new skill, and it's sailing, of all things. So that's going to be interesting, because when they did the whole transition for RuneScape 3 and they added summoning and they added other things, well, let's just say that the summoning they added, and there was some other skill they added before 3, but I wasn't playing at the time, so I don't know it is. But yeah, Sagan, I'm not going to lie, I did joke about like them adding the sailing as well, especially at the time when like it was originally a thing. But no, it seems to be coming, and they are really making it like fully fleshed out, so we'll see when there's time to try it. And like this next edition is actually going to improve a skill I have touched the least, which is Hunter. And they are going to make a Hunter guild with like tasks and some things and additional items and food coming out of it, and that looks really nice in a way that it could maybe breathe life to a skill which 90% of the player base that touch it played in a way that they build the birdhouses in the fossil island. I know, probably sounds fun and engaging for most people. Even though ironically enough, I actually do enjoy building birdhouses, because I have access and facilities to do carpentry at my forestry estate, so why not? It helps the wildlife in the areas we have, so I do think it's really nice. So I can let my hippie sides show. And it's like I really think this whole old school RuneScape thing was at least this is the way I feel about it, is that this is their new try on like the old school RuneScape, and so far it's going nicely. And at least like the community has been grown enough that they haven't allowed some things to pass. Like then for a thing to be added to this game now, I think it needs to be like a 75% approval rate for the people that vote. So it needs to be, well, not necessarily a landslide, but I have seen them shelving a lot of content, like they did they added Desert Treasure 2, which is again one of the big quests in game. They basically like they were going to release new prayers, and they really did spend a lot of time doing them. Community said no, you are not adding this, and they shelved the whole thing. I don't. I know game devs that have done, they have done a similar thing by shelving something they have spent a lot of time making, but there is not a lot of them, to be completely honest. But I have to, before this comes like glorified Jacob scream, like, why am I mostly so paranoid about like my account protection is that I know that their customer support or lack of is really atrocious. It really is atrocious. And a game like this is that it is really like trying to stay one step behind the bots, and like a lot of their security team could have used a lot more resources. So, yeah. Yeah. I have to say though that like the two-factor authentication, I do personally feel a lot more better about that, just purely due to the way like how the accounts are connected to that. But obviously, like it still becomes a point that I would just like to bring up. Currently, the focal point, a lot of like online security people have is their mobile phone, and I'm speaking anecdotally here. I don't have any experience about the subject apart from talking to a couple of experts about it. But personally speaking, usually people's mobile phone tends to be their least protected asset. Like a good example is that people will use a single email account for everything. Every piece of like authentication software is going to be on that mobile phone without any virus or firewall or VPN protection at all. Also, they are using that same mobile phone in all their public Wi-Fi networks and all that. Like, I'm not saying that like everyone needs to turn into a secret agents and have their tinfoil hat on at all times. But especially here, because like even if you do need to authenticate a lot of the public services here with your online banking information, and most of the banks here tend to have a quite solid system when it comes to like protection. Still, the most important thing is that how they keep their mobile phone secure, because let's just say this nicely, like once the phone is compromised, they are losing access to a lot of things, and that is something people forget. is that they don't have any like backup Google codes. They don't have like backup emails to try to recover the account from, and all those things. Itamu, thank you for redeeming the pet. I will pet the great beast. I'll be right back. So the dog has been pet. The dog has been pet. You probably did not hear it because like I'm using a audio microphone that is hanging more or less directly above my face. But yeah, we do have like a fur ball of 5 kilos here that is mixed between Cotton the Tuller and a Yorkshire Terrier. So it's a red-headed stepchild of both. And I can definitely see a lot of Terrier in that talk. Face, no, there is not anyone in the call with me.
Are you sure about that?
Oh. Oh, hi, innocent. So, welcome spontaneously to the stream. How are you doing?
I saw you doing something and I'd come over, thought I'd say hi.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream. So
thank you. I've been here a couple times before.
Yeah. So
don't have my own spot though.
Yeah. Maybe in the future you will.
Maybe. Problem is my internet has been rather unreliable recently.
Yeah, I can make all the Canada jokes about that, but let's not delve into that too much, shall we?
Oh no, it's completely fine. Like, I'm very well aware that Canada is 3 companies in a trench coat.
Yes, and also the fact that, harsh temperature differences are not doing any favors when it comes to piping, sewage systems, lines buried in the ground that are not deep enough, and all that fun stuff. They are not definitely doing any favors.
Something that I find absolutely hilarious is that for some reason we have a lot of people here in my city from places like Jamaica, South Africa, Philippines, those sorts of places, warm places. And they've moved to, I live in Edmonton for anyone that's listening. And they moved here to one of the most northern cities in the world.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm right now. It is spring and it has cooled down overnight, and it's nice and warm right now. It's only about 5 degrees above. It's about 5 degrees above zero during the day and 5 degrees below during the night.
Yeah.
And for anyone that's come from, Jamaica, Philippines, South Africa, etc., etc., it's like, oh my god, why?
Well, I think it's I can say is that when I have had people visiting from far away in here, is that it's novelty, like to have like some place with snow and a completely different weather system. However, when you come to live like in a place like this, I'm not saying it's all bad. No, 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 far from it. But when you are not prepared
Yes.
for some of the, let's say, less picturesque weathers, um, no, like it's like I would rather like throw people to minus 20 degrees Celsius with somewhat of a proper equipment than throw people to like people to slush weather when it's
Yep.
like water on top of ice and the snow is turned into a concrete and
Hmm.
yeah.
I know
But
that. I know the kind. Something that still kind of laugh um, about that happened last summer. I live a couple blocks off of call it a party spot.
mhm,
But lots of bars and restaurants and things going on and concerts and blah 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 blah.
yeah,
Um, and last summer I was just walking up and down, this road. Um, and I happened to start chatting with someone. Turns out he was from Jamaica, I believe. And it was a middle of summer. It was nice and warm, maybe 25 degrees Celsius or so. I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and even so, a little bit warm. He looked at me in his, jeans, t-shirt, jeans and a sweater, and said, "Hey, does it ever get any colder than this?" And he already looked pretty cold.
yeah,
And I'm like, I just sort of looked at him and said, "Buddy, you're not gonna have a good time here in the winter."
yeah. And just to comment on Sega on the chat, like yeah, in some aspects, like when you have something like Texas with their like um, storm weather and weather events, like yeah, I personally do admit that I can deal with dry cold better than most weathers, unless it's like atrocious, close to minus 40 Celsius or something like that. Then it's like yeah, I would rather stay inside. But
Mm-hmm.
like
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. When it's like that, just don't go outside. It's a bad
yeah,
time.
yeah. Like I would rather deal with that extreme heat, and I have had my share of that, and I don't like. Like again, dry heat you can somewhat deal with, but like
Uh,
um, like being very close to a sea and then having something like very close to plus 40 degrees when it's humid and hot, like just having that like feeling of existing in swamp. No, I do not miss that. I do not
well,
miss that.
the dry heat thing is true to an extent. Like I would say it's true up to about 30 or 35 degrees Celsius. Um, After that, it's just too hot.
Yeah, yeah, that is fair.
I There was in my country, in Canada, which is where I live, in the province next to mine, British Columbia, there was a town called Golden, um, and not last summer, but the year before that, it got up to 53 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, no, 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 no. Like that is past the
Um,
point. Like
there was an advisory going around, saying, "Hey, do not go outside unless you absolutely have to," because honestly, having to send ambulance out to your location and having EMTs get out of air conditioning and shade to get you is actively putting their lives in danger.
Yeah, it's well, I do enjoy sauna, but it's a slightly different story there, and I think when it comes to this whole ordeal, I do attend with Sagan's description of like dry heat is like baking alive in oven. Moist heat is like melting in a sticky, oppressive, suffocating hell.
Yes, yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, again, it is what it is when it comes to weather stuff. But like, it's personally, if I do have to pick a cold weather type I hate, it's probably going to be anything with slosh. Like
Yes.
I can deal with things being like wet and slippery.
Well,
But
like,
when it's like when you are ankle deep in slosh and it's blocking everything, that is no, no, no.
yeah. Well, for me, when it's winter, I want it to be winter.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I, if it could just stay, -10, -15 or so throughout the entire winter, until one day, the weather gods or whatever decide it's spring and they just flip a switch and, oh hey, look, it's nice now. It's +10 or +15 or whatever. That would be absolutely ideal because I hate it when it just stays right around zero.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Right around zero, and it's just cold and wet and slushy and slippery and yeah.
Yep. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
For now though, I'm rather tired. I just thought I'd come in and say hi.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you for
so I'm
stopping
gonna I'm
by.
gonna head to bed. You have a good night.
Yep.
Good
Take
night to
care.
anyone that's listening on the Twitch channel. Yeah. Have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever it is for you.
It's 9:49 a.m.
There you go. Have a good morning.
Yeah, I will. Anyway, take care. Bye. So yeah, that was innocent doing a spontaneous visit. So we'll go with that, and now we do have this forestry event, which actually reminds me I do need to do this so you can probably see more things, which is very handy. There we go. Like Runelight does have a lot of these things that like you can change. Like in these high intensity events, you can disable other people so it's easier to see, and you can now see their pets. You could disable them as well, but I'll just leave them on. Oh yeah, and here's one more thing I can show some of you that used to play, like old school RuneScape. You now have these Forester's Campfire that you can feed. It's slower EXP than like normal fire making, but you can save your clicks. So you can just keep feeding the fire rather than having to, click on the tinder box, click the logs you try to light on fire, and then keep at it. Instead of this is going to be a trickle feeding it. You do get less EXP per log, but again, less carpal tunnel. And this game, if you don't use like keyboard clicks or something, if you do a specific activities like high alchemy or something else, like if you have any tendency to get any carpal tunnel syndromes for your hand, that's the way to get them. But that's how it is for a lot of things that you do in an office environment, so that is why I do need to, take slightly different approaches. Oh, hi, Starmute. Yeah, you could say I'm farming Gielinor. I'm doing some wood cutting just to have a still on chat. Bystander stopped by, and I was thinking that I might do a farming one in this game, but we'll see how that goes. Currently, I've been busy yammering away, so. And oh, we do have 13 people in the stream. Nice. So, yeah, reminiscing the good old times in RuneScape and seeing what they added new, and yeah, I'm just rolling with this one. Starmute, if you do want to stop by on stream and stay hello in voice, feel free to do so. You should know where I'm located in Discord, so just, hop in and have a chat if you feel up to it. And yeah, no farming sim tonight. I had some difficulty with the mods, so I need to sort that out for next time. Yeah, I do think that's a safe assessment. Like, if you low, if you throw the remainders of your voice to this thing, yeah, you're going to have a bad time, especially if you have a sore throat. But yeah, I will keep on and yammering. The dog is giving me a dirty look though, because I'm not giving him any scratches. But that's how it is. He wants to lay on the dog bed, so like I'm not going to track him to sit on my lap. Despite him being the size, he's not really a lap dog. Because, well, it's an uncontained bundle of energy. So, I'll let him rest while he still feels like it, because after this stream, it's going to be walkies. Um. Oh yeah, it seems to be a thing. Um. Like with RuneScape is that like and that's the thing, like, is that well, I wouldn't, I don't like the approach like old school RuneScape has taken to this whole gold farming. I think they could do better, but the whole system is not black and white. Like regardless, because yeah, like it's because obviously some people will have like approach like, is that okay, like a bond in this game, like if you want to buy one, a bond is the only microtransaction they have. If you use them a bundle, you get more days with bond, but it's basically like it's what World of Warcraft did, is that you can basically buy a membership token that is good for 14 days for about $6 to $7 a piece, and you then sell it for gold in game, and yeah, you get gold in game, and Jagex gets money, and obviously, like yeah, people will meme that the best money making in this game is just to have a job, and those people that farm gold in any game should just go and have a job. As much as I would like a world to be like that, um, it's slightly more complicated than that. Especially when you think of the atrocious like rates of like inflation in some countries, and I generally feel bad for like Venezuelans. Yeah, no, it's like well, if you think of it, yeah. Like it's like Venezuelans are currently on hard mode. Yeah. No, it's not. It's far from black and white. Uh, that's all I really want to go into it, because well, it's a very complicated matter. I can generally have discussion about it as a phenomenon, but it's like it's something that I don't think Twitch likes very much, because yeah, it schemes on politics, even though it's current events and what people are going through there, because yeah, it's like it's I personally wouldn't feel very rewarded from my the very rewarded for my work if I would live in an economic situation like that, because yeah. So, yeah, as I have been saying to people, it's going to be like, yeah, like, it's been busy. It's been long days studying and, um, like, a lot of volunteering and the service activity and stuff like that. So, well, if there's anything to celebrate, I do occasionally volunteer finding people that have gone missing. Mostly all the people that don't have the mental faculties with them, so they either escape from care or they, are still living home and their condition gets worse, and sometimes they just decide to, you know, escape, or they decide to just, have a walk and they don't find their way back anymore. And as it is cold here, you can survive for a very long time if you are dressed properly. But a lot of those people, unfortunately, can sometimes be in a state that they are not dressed properly. So there's kind of a timer on things. So yeah, it has been very exhausting a couple of weeks, because I'm usually doing this in a very small community that more or less has a limited scale of these things happening, but I got asked to help in the city I'm living in. And yeah, someone might ask, why do you need to do something like this? Why don't the police or, the other official entities, have the resources to do something like this? Well, even as at the time of thermal cameras and such, is that, well, you do need boots on the ground. Also, you really, when you are camping through heavily forested areas, you need a lot of those boots that know what they're doing. So if there's anything to celebrate, those people have been found alive, even though in varying stages of hypothermia. So yeah, bits of a green answer, but at least for whatever trouble we got pushed in while looking for them, the end result is that they were alive. So yeah, that is something to celebrate. I don't generally think it's I did say that I started this volunteering to be thanked for it. Every time I do get thanked, it's very much the feeling of me cringing and trying to, shrink in. Or if I'm sitting at my chair, I would like to, get absorbed to the chair and to the feeling and just, escape. It's very challenging for me to take thanks or get appreciated. I don't have handle that very well. I don't see myself as anything special. You know, just another fucko in the Legion. So anyway, back to this game. Yeah, they have added these mini games now to complement the forestry. So it's just like a side activity to pace things. And obviously, like rune light does help a lot with these things. It tells you what to do, but you do still need to do it yourself. But yeah. Yes, you do have a whole you have a whole skill related to that, with which is construction. So it does have a mini game that is, I think, called Mahogany Homes, that you can basically play to raise it, or you can build things in your own house. It's one of those utility skills, so it does act like as a base that you slowly put things in. You can put you can decide where the portal you access it from is, and you can get it through get to the portal you have selected through a teleport. So that is also one of the ways people use to move in this game. There's a lot of transport systems in game, but what a lot of the housing is made to be done is that, like, once you train the skill up high enough and build the rooms, it's going to be like your one shop stop for most of the things you need game. So it's going to be a portal point. You can have all the different teleporting items there, and you can move from there. So, and you can also make custom rooms and things like that, so it will save you on bank space and things like this. So a lot of this is that you can, like in many other games, like build your base, build your things, and slowly add a variety of things to your account that are conveniently placed. And well, apart from these teleport spells here, you can use items like this amulet to teleport to a variety of places. However, they do have a finite amount of charges, so you do need to charge them unless you place them in the house, in which case they do have unlimited charges. And because the bank does have a lot of space in this game, however, it's not endless. You will start running out at some point, and a lot of the gradual upgrades, depending on what skills you do, is going to be items like this, like the forestry kit or this lock basket that you need to wear or have in your inventory, that will eventually save space, because this game has decided to stick to this time where the inventory is this 28 spaces you see. You are not going to get inventory. The items are going to have difference in weight, but that is pretty much it. Like every incremental update that people generally like take is going to be based on how you can more efficiently carry things with you for the tasks you do. So yeah. So this long-winded way of answering, yeah, you can build a house in this game. There are many people that choose not to, and you can visit other people's houses for the same convenience of some things, although you do not get the teleports, which is, in my opinion, it's the most important thing from this whole construction. And you can get most things you need, but I think, let's see, I think you need to go you need to go 84 construction to have basically everything you need. A lot of these higher level things are not required. They are a bonus, but you don't necessarily need them. A lot of these skills do have, like, let's say, a point where there are most useful. After that, it's going to be basically that you very much like the skill and then you just like to max it, because even if a game like this definitely wants to play it, Jagex is basically dealing with the positive problem. There are people that will min-max every small bit of fun out of even a grindy game like this. So again, like, now you are watching an internet weirdo in stream just hitting a virtual tree, not even have most of the sounds effect on, because there are a lot of other people cutting trees, so I think it would be obstructive for the things I would like to portray. Yeah, like, it's not, this game is generally not the most engaging at the best of times. There are some content that is very active and I generally think is very nice, but I cannot hold these two balls at the same time and even try to juggle if I need to do anything more complicated than try my hand on this stream and then try my hand on this one. And again, just to answer Starmute, I have two game modes in this game. One of them is that this is basically an active screensaver for me, and then there's the time I play actively. I do enjoy the active time a lot more, like I generally do. But this is the but. Like, if it would be me just playing the game like this, as you now see on the stream, I would go mad if it would be all the active type of gameplay that would be available for me. Because, again, like, as you guys are experiencing now, I usually do something else on the side, and in my case, it's the stream. And we have 45 minutes to go. If I'm potentially streaming this next time, I will try to find some more active things for you guys to do, but so far I'm not running out of things to say. And yeah, I will just keep rolling with this, for better or for worse. And it's it's an like atrocious time anyway for most people, apart from maybe Aussies slowly uh, reaching their prime time in the next 2 to 4 hours. So, because most of the rest of the Eurotrash, as I so pleasantly call myself, is at work or doing other things, because currently it's 60 minutes past 10 a.m. Sorry, 70 minutes past 10 a.m. in Finland. So it's not the most best time for Europe, and most of the US, apart from you lurkers in the West Coast, should have probably gone to bed. And even then, it's questionable. Should the West Coast have gone to bed? Yeah, I unfortunately, Starmute, I can say I do feel you at times. I don't struggle with chronic insomnia. It's that I just suffer from lack of sleep, because I can get away with sleeping 6 to 7 hours a night, but like once in a month it just catches me and I crash. Yeah, Sagan. Well, thank you for sticking by. Like wow, comedy. Like yeah. Sagan. That is a thing. That like apart from like when I get sick, I don't care as much as like it will mess my sleep schedule, that I sleep wherever I can. But I have tried to stop, and I have mostly stopped having day naps. I can maybe do like what I call a coffee nap. So is that I drink maybe 2 or maximum 3 cups of coffee a day. If I feel specifically sleepy, is that I'll drink a cup of coffee and then go lay down for 20 minutes until the coffee hits. And that's my nap. That seems to work mostly as long as I'm hydrated and eating properly. If I'm on overdrive already, the coffee is basically going to just make me tired. And that's the way of things. But yeah, I would lie if I would not confess that like every once in a while I go like hey, maybe I can just like, you know, keep my eyes shut a little bit longer, or I can keep snoozing. And then it's like 4 or 5 hours later and I feel like a fucking zombie. And then it's like, hey, it's 8 p.m. Good luck having a proper sleep schedule. No, I try to avoid that, but it happens X number of times a year, regardless of me being wary of naps. But again, this year I have kept it contained, but I have experienced like I have like you know, a month of like sleeping 6 to 7 hours a night, and then it's going to be okay, this is the day Tele crashes and I sleep for 14 or 15 hours. Thankfully, that is generally at the weekends, and it's generally at the times I am. My crashing has been facilitated, so I have done all the things I need for that specific week. But yeah, second, regardless, even though it's nice to have you here, I do hope that you get that sleep in some point and maybe switch a sleeping schedule once the potential for that happens. Because as much as I personally, especially when I was younger, like being the weirdo that stays up with like you know, at the atrocious times. Um, Generally speaking, if you can avoid that, it's best to do so. But it is what it is. Like there are times that I would very much want to run my life in a way how it was when I used to be a bouncer. So you know, uh, working from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. and then winding down for a couple hours and then just sleeping and waking up somewhere in the afternoon. Because especially before the time, it was like I think I liked the night job, and then I liked also the early morning job because I used to work for the National Postal Service. So that job was me basically already at work at 3 a.m. and depending on what fast the route went, I got home between 8 and 9 a.m. still getting the full-time pay and you know all the night all the night bonuses and blah blah blah. So when it was like getting off from work at that time, all the stuff you needed to do at the government offices and you know small place being open for a limited number of hours, you could get that done so easily, especially before the like lunch hour rush times or like before 3 or 4 p.m. when people get out from their 7 a.m. starting jobs. So like you know going to these places and getting all the official business done was so easy because it wasn't like you know million other people you know in the queues and having to deal with a lot of people. Because despite us Finns being introverted, like every once in a while we need to you know uh, go and you know form a queue and interact with each other. And I try to avoid those times because as much as it is a national pastime to sit in queues, I generally speaking try to avoid that. It's not for me. It's not that I cannot do it, but I think nobody likes it beyond a certain extent. Even if you have people have a discussion with, because it's just facilitating a task you were forced to be there to do to begin with. Like if I could not go shopping at the times I do, I would probably like Finland has a lot of those very cheap systems where you can just be there and order your food, and then it will be ready for pickup. So, and that costs you less than €5. The delivery is slightly more, but that's not bad. I would either use like pickup or delivery. Like I think that would be my jam. Because if it would be like, million other people at the popular time people visit the stores, no. No. I don't want that if I can avoid that. So, like, yeah. Like, odd hours are good for some of that. I think the worst shift is that, like, which is very common in, like, in some of these places. And what a lot of factories run is that when they have the evening shift, so you basically work either from noon to 8 p.m. or you work from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Because, well, you don't have the time to do a lot of things in the morning. If the queues are long for some reason, you cannot get a lot of official business done, and by the time you get off from work, most things are closed, even though there are like 24/7 shops in here. But that is something that I do need to thank the modern technology for, is that most of the things nowadays can be done online, and that's really nice. That is generally nice. Like, the people in the US would probably despair if they would see the Finnish tax system. Because, like, if you need to change, like, your tax percents, you can do it from your own line, and you can have, like, all the tax things done and sent digitally, so you don't need to, if you want to, for example, change your income tax percent, because we have predictive tax system, is that you can do it online from your mobile phone, and most of the people like that can get basically like tax reductions, or like sometimes exemptions, you can do all of that online, which is really nice. There is no, and it's like and because we have like central income registry, it's also that like you get all of this information, and before you even put in your reductions, you get an estimate of how much returns you get, or how much you do need to pay them, even specific points of the year. So it takes a lot of guesswork out of doing taxes, even if you have like businesses or are a sole proprietor. But fortunately, it's something that they generally improve from. Thank you for the follow, Bilal. There is well, you now have pants and welcome to this chill staring at the cacti woodcupping stream. This is old school RuneScape, if you didn't know that already. And that yawn means more time for coffee. So I'm having my water break. Oh yeah, just to say, to Starmute, those, if there are any unfamiliar faces in here that don't know you what WPPL is that we are basically a community TV, or we are a variety stream. For example, in about 30 minutes, we have Xintar coming in, probably with Stuka, to do their thing, which I'm actually not sure what they're playing. Let's see if we can look at the schedule to spy on them. There we go. Schedule. Oh, they don't have anything on the schedule. Interesting. Well, let me say it this way. They are doing a thing. And you will find out what that thing is. Xintar is always a pleasure to listen to. And I did enjoy their play of like Sunless Sea. Yeah, I do like agree with Starmute. Like Land Down Under is weird country with a lot of like trap bears and nature. I was there for a month in 2019 and I survived. So it's not that it's completely inhospitable for all the dangerous life and Australians that exist there. But you know, it's definitely like another place for you if you want to go like to the bush and dislike snakes and spiders. Like the city is treated to lack distinctive lack of spiders, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. But I have dealt with snakes and have gotten more or less used to them. Though I have to say that the most dangerous thing we have is a type of adder. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah. Yeah, and Starmute, that is an apt quote for me. It's a place. I just say that maybe maybe it's yeah. If you dislike snakes or spiders or other dangerous things, it's not a place for you. And but I do notice a lot of similarities with the type of people that, apart from unspotted snake or spiders that get hurt, there are people that go there each year and then they try to have a fight with kangaroos. Like, what is wrong with you? Leave the wildlife alone. If you are going to, like, if you're going to kill it, use a gun or use something else that will, get the deed done properly. Because, yeah, something like a big red kangaroo is probably dangerous and no, like it's that type of people. Like, I have seen probably people with similar mindset come here and you can see wildlife here quite easily, but generally speaking, especially the big ones, tend to stay away from you, because unless you know your way around and they move in such a large area, they will avoid you. But there's been a couple of times that for one reason or another, a moose has come closer to something like a hiking path or something when you have a lot of tourists walking. These people have a very bright idea of, like, wanted to go close to it to get a picture, or even in some cases, I will try to corner this thing, so, I can try wrestling with it or something. And it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, just leave the wildlife alone. It's going to maim or kill you if you are not careful enough. It's some people do not realize how strong something like a moose can be. It's a horse with horns. I think that's a very apt description of it. Oh, that's how I would describe it. And now I'm sucked away by the event. Let's try. There we go. Yeah, seen it knows how it is. Whether it's me telling good joke, but anyway, it was really nice the last time I visited. I did generally enjoy my time, but I have to say, for someone like me, the best time to visit is at the winter months of Australia. So I went there in May, and it was really nice for the most time. Good morning, Angelic Knight. I have about 6 minutes left in me, so I will give Xinta and Stuka some time to set up. I'm not sure how much unscheduled they are running, but we will find and see. We will find and see. I can actually spy in our magical Discord. Well, nothing of note over there, so we'll go with that then. Just check there. Everything is working as intended. Yep. Sorry guys, I'm still very new to some of this. It's I have streaming software running on the background, so I'm still trying to hold my thoughts. And yeah. I get distracted at times. I can... My... multitasking is multi-assing at times. I'm not... very good with juggling, which is a lot like how this type of streaming is. It's not specifically hard, but it's just like, I think this is my fourth time doing this, so it shows in some things more than in others. Yeah, I was actually surprised that well, surprised is maybe a strong word, but uh, I like, it's no surprise that people know RuneScape. However, like, it's something that it seems that we do have some recent players of it as well, because for most people, this active screensaver of a game was what they played in high school, or what they played when they, were even younger than that. And then they just, stopped in some point when life moved on. But I think it is not surprising that maybe some people are, picking it up again to relive some of the memories, and then notice that it's still extremely grindy. But again, despite me partly giving this game a tough time and maybe downplaying it, I do have to say though that ironically, it's also, I wouldn't I like playing this game at computer with Rune Live. It has all the modern conveniences. If I would be forced to play something on mobile phone for extended period of time, there's awfully little games available in the game store that are playable with mobile phone, and as such are equally large games with so many things to do than this game, because a lot of the mobile games, and I have given them a genuine try at some point, when I tried to find a game that would not be RuneScape and would, occasionally allow me the ability to foster this conversation I can get from this game during the lectures. And I generally could not find a mobile game like that, because either it's their atrocious monetization, either it's an idle game that in some point you will run to a time-gated wall, that in order to pass that, you would just need to pay, and pay up a lot. And for the amount of content some of those mobile games have, well, everyone is their own accountant. Yeah, Sagan. That's the way it is. It I would argue that RuneScape is not the proper MMORPG, but it's definitely like an online game that you can just play with PC or mobile. Yeah, Sagan, it's but as I'm trying to convey, it's if you would only have a mobile to play, yeah, I I generally don't think that Like, I generally do not think that you could go wrong. I don't like, because the thing is here, like, yeah, Star Mute, I agree that, like, if only mobiles would be fun, but that's also a thing, like, there is not insignificant amount of people that just have their mobile phones to play with. And that's it. There's a reason why this like mobile game market is such a large thing. Because oh boy, like it's a big market and everyone wants their share, and yeah. But I generally haven't seen like good mobile games. I can't recall one. Like, RuneScape Mobile is the most decent one, so I have to give this game an Jagex stat. But anyway, there was actually slightly over 20 of us in some point, and now we are very close to 20. That is a huge surprise for this time bracket. So thank you for guys for sitting around and having genuine chat with me. This was the type of active screensaver this month. This week. You will see me next week at this same bracket. If I'm not for some reason going back to farming sim, I will find out something different to do on RuneScape. And you will probably see me struggle through it and curse. But anyways, now it's my time to go. So, you guys have a good one. Stay safe and take care, and Cinder is going to grab you in X amount of time. Hopefully in 10 minutes. So, bye bye.